Please do be seated. Before the ceremony begins, may I ask please that if you have a mobile telephone, that you now switch it off or switch it to silent so as not to disturb those around you. As Secretary and Clerk, it is my privilege to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition that began in the 15th century and which has developed over the years since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step, and graduation signifies the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in wider society as a graduate, there to use the talents developed as a member of this wider society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor to symbolize their transition to this new role. And we will applaud them for their success so far and in anticipation of their contribution to society in future. At the end of the ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all those who have crossed the stage, symbolizing that each and every graduate is now incorporated into the community of scholars. As new members of this community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will conclude the proceedings. It is now time to begin our formal proceedings, and so I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Michael Thorne, to address you. Vice-Chancellor.
Graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you all here today to join in this special day, a day in which we celebrate your achievements, the class of 2012. Thanks to London hosting what the world seems to acknowledge as the best Olympic and Paralympic Games in living memory, we are all so much more aware of the dedication, rigour and vigour which goes into sporting excellence. But perhaps fewer people realise that the journey here, from newly arrived student to the threshold of a graduate or postgraduate career, requires similar determination and resilience and just the same support from those around you, families and friends. Graduation ceremonies like this provide an opportunity to acknowledge that support from everyone connected with your achievements and to celebrate your success. Let me give you just a taste of how successful Anglia Ruskin students have been this year, and with whom better to begin than BA Performing Arts student Alicia Morton, who danced in the opening ceremony of this summer's Olympic Games. The prestigious Macmillan Prize for Children's Picture Book Illustration has been won for the third successive year by a student studying on our MA in Children's Book Illustration. Creative Writing graduate Caddy Benyon has won the Crashaw Prize for Poetry for her collection Milk Fever. And despite being only 2/3 of the way through his BA in Computer Games and Visual Effects, James Avery is already making a name for himself in gaming. Having been headhunted by Cambridge-based gaming company Frontier Developments last year, James has just seen the release of his first video game, Kinect Disneyland Adventures, a collaboration with Microsoft Game Studios and Disney. In the IBM University's Business Challenge, the leading business simulation competition in the UK, the winning team was from our business school, who beat off competition from 304 teams from 73 UK universities. Dr. Mohammed Izzuddin Herol, who completed a PhD in the Department of Vision and Hearing Sciences in 2010, and who now works at the National University in Malaysia, has been named as Outstanding Young International Scientist by the Malaysian government. Liz Blaymeyer, who won first prize in the nursing and midwifery section of the Health Watch competition, which is aimed at promoting the critical appraisal of research and encouraging evidence-based practice. Our sports teams did well too. We are now the leading university in Great Britain for men's judo, having been British universities and colleges champions for the last 2 years. In rowing, we continue to rise up the tables and are now ahead of Birmingham, Manchester and University College London. As Anglia Ruskin graduates, we know that you will be in great demand. The most recent statistics show that 89.6% of our students were in work or further study within 6 months of graduating. Remarkable figures in these troubled economic times. 4 out of 5 go into jobs classified as professional or managerial with a median starting salary of £21,000 a year. And the number of students starting their own businesses is also increasing year on year. I have no doubt that our student success in the world of work stems directly from our close relationships with such international brands as Timberland, Specsavers, UPS, Harrods, Volvo, Wilmot Dixon, Barclays Bank and the RAF, for all of whom we deliver degree-level programs in the workplace. We have 8 officially world-leading research areas. They are Allied Health Professions and Studies, Geography and Environmental Studies, Social Work and social policy and administration, psychology, English language and literature, history, art and design, and music. Building on these magnificent achievements, our academic staff and their researchers and research students have also enjoyed a very successful year. The Postgraduate Medical Institute now offers 2 master's degrees in surgery and has established a clinical trials unit, which in its first 6 months has secured contracts with a number of the world's most well-known medical innovation companies worth more than £4 million. Professor Rupert Bourne of our Vision and Eye Research Unit is leading the Vision Loss Group for the World Health Organization's Global Burden of Diseases study, and is now working with the University of West Indies in Trinidad and Tobago to conduct their first national eye survey in 80 years. In little more than a year, our Global Sustainability Institute, established from scratch by Dr. Alid Jones, has grown to a team of 15, with research income in excess of £1 million from central government, research councils, Europe, foundations, and business. This includes a major project on natural resource limits and their implication for the global economy, funded by the Door Charitable Trust. Here in the east of England, we are leading the way to help companies utilise low-carbon technologies, managing a £7.6 million programme on behalf of the region, with more than 4 times as many projects here at Anglia Ruskin as at all the other universities in the region combined, representing 37 years' worth of knowledge exchange with local SMEs. Our business school continues to work with the third sector, those organisations which are neither public nor private, but which are growing rapidly and which currently employ 750,000 people here in the UK. Our Business as Mutuals conference was attended not only by the Minister for Civil Society, Nick Hurd, but also by representatives from 200 third sector organisations. Thanks to a funding council grant, we are also helping staff and students to establish more third sector organisations. Departments from our Faculty of Health, Social Care and Education have joined with the Karolinska Institute, Sweden, and academic institutions in 5 other European countries in a project which aims to develop an internet-based mental health promotion and suicide prevention programme targeting young people aged 14 to 24, with funding provided by the Executive Agency for Health and Consumers. In work that could prove invaluable to crime scene investigators across the country, a group of our forensic scientists have shown that cat litter is the best possible material to help detect traces of petrol on hard surfaces such as concrete. Anglia Ruskin University continues to gain prominence both nationally and internationally. Compared to the last decade, today we have more research students than ever, more research income than ever. We earn more money from the work we do for outside private and public sector organisations than ever. We have more postgraduate students than ever. And this September, following the massive government-initiated hike in fees, we have bucked the trend in England by admitting once again record numbers of UK full-time undergraduate students, as well as our largest ever intake of overseas students. Now, before I close, I should like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the boards of both the London College of Accountancy and Anglia Ruskin University for their unstinting support and advice. But most importantly of all, I want to take this opportunity to offer my deepest thanks to the staff of the LCA and Anglia Ruskin University, each of whom, directly or indirectly, has made an enormous contribution to your success. This year, we have record numbers of courses with 100% student satisfaction, and our student services team were voted the best in the country at a recent Times Higher Education Awards ceremony in London. Everyone in this room owes all our staff a huge debt of gratitude, and I think we should show our appreciation in the usual way. Finally, to all of you receiving degrees, diplomas and certificates today, remember today is but one stage of your education. You have a lifetime of learning ahead of you. Build on your success, seize new opportunities, and broaden your horizons. You join a long line of distinguished alumni, which includes Chan Abraham, CEO of the Luminous Group, Oliver Baines of Blake, who won Best New Album in the Classical Brits Awards in 2008, and who are now celebrating having sold more than 500,000 albums. Lynn Berry, until recently CEO of the WRVS, and now at the Canals and Rivers Trust. Charles Clarke, former chair of the Association of Chief Police. Manish Bhasin, who covers sport for the BBC. TV presenter Nick Crane of Coast, Mapman and Great British Journeys. Their honours, Judge Margaret Fawcett and Judge Howard Kemp. Alexandra Pringle, editor-in-chief at the Bloomsbury Press. And Mark Wood, who until recently was deputy chairman of the commercial giant Paternoster, and who has now moved to become CEO of the NSPCC in his retirement. We're very proud of you. Best wishes for your future careers wherever they take you. Do please keep in touch with us. The LCA and Anglia Ruskin University would not be the exciting and ambitious communities they are today without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. We now come to the presentation of those receiving awards today to the Vice-Chancellor, and I would call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Dr. Trevor Bolton, to read the names of those who will be presented from the Lord Ashcroft International Business School. Dr. Bolton.
Vice-Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you the graduates from the Lord Ashcroft International Business School. Mushfiq Ahmed. Sohel Ahmed. Ahmed Akhtar. Mohammed Kamral Hassan Bayan. Mohammed Akatal Rahman Bayan. Ronnie Alexander Daniel. Olafando Alamadi Ulubaju. Mohammed Mohammedin Hussain. Zahir Mohammed Iqbal Haider. Mohammed Rafalik Islam. Mohammed Jakaral Islam. Rajiaika Marie Ashani Kanawatia Liana Dona. Amandeep Kaur. Muralitharan Kidden Palala. Muhammad Ali Malik. Deepak Mohan. Muhammad Mahababa Rahman. Hafizaman Rana. Kathalina Raymond. Muhammad Wajid Hussain Rippon. Hassan Muhammad Nazmas Salahin. Anthony Shantha Yogu. Sukithra Shestra. Muhammad Zabir Alam Siddiqui. The Muran Sizavaran. Zay Ya So. May Thet Y. Yan Kwai Win. Bachelor of Arts with Honours Applied Accounting, Sheikh Thanveer Ahmed. Saeed Hussain Ahmed. Najet Ali. And Saeed Hassan Ali. Saeed Roman Ali. Hayat Amin. Asif Muhammad Afarin. Saqib Aslam. And Chowdhury Itza Bizin Atik. Kinmai Mait Ang. Monmon Ang. Svei Ang. Pradeep Bahandri. And Goindama Chinnakunan. Evelyn Gloria Chisholm-Bellew. Azandazamin Chowdhury. Muhammad Tawhid Udran Chowdhury. Manman Munajaj Chowdhury. Jabid Ahmed Chowdhury. Raji Deb. Rita de Cassia dos Santos. Mercy Illuminai Iwoza. Nusrat Tanasha Farouk. And Garima Gura. Trisha Moni Gomez. Muhammad Mishfagal Haq.